Hello. I feel like it's kind of been a while, even though I know it hasn't. I think it's just because I was supposed to stream last night and then I wasn't able to. But, hello there! Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hope I'm feeling better. You know, it's neither here nor there. Oh, man. It's good to be here, though. It's good. I was thinking about this, like, how I want to present this. The stream got delayed a lot. Like, a lot. It's not because I was running from doing it, you know? I'm not afraid to confront the subject at hand. But, oh, sorry, I got distracted by the orange. CDF is giving 28 carats to go Army beat Navy. I heard about that shit today. Thank you very much for the carrots. Thank you. Yes, that is lovely enthusiasm to have, and I'm glad that you are entering into the classroom with such a mentality. 13974 is giving 4 carrots to slide over a cup of coffee. Thank you. I am very awake right now, I think. Is Tomoe a man? No, I am not a male. I don't think so, at least. I have been called manly upon occasions, though, which is kind of weird if you think about it, because it made me kind of wonder, well, what is being a man, then? Because a lot of people make it sound like being a man is just being, like, a decent fucking person. Because they're like, women are heartless and evil, but it's like everybody's different, right? But we all have like certain social standards we have to follow, and then people have like biases from personal experiences and stuff. Also, yes, I do love doing PowerPoints. I wish I had more time to set them up, because even this one I've been working on it like on and off after my shift and after some of my streams, so it's a little bit all over the place. Just kind of doing my best. I'm not heartless or ruthless, no. I like to think I'm pretty gentle about these things. I'm not about to, like, grab you guys by your necks and be like, you're not enough of a man, you have to be thrown in the horse annihilation device. That's not quite how this works, actually. Didn't Mulan have a song about it? Yeah, I don't know, maybe sometimes it takes a woman to be the best dude possible. I mean, they say the opposite, right? That guys can be, like, amazing women, and then there's, like, striped socks and stuff. I don't know. Marcus is given 2 carrots to say, is Tomoe a man? Are we a man? What is a man? I'm not a man! I'm just a tomboy, bro. I kind of known... I kind of understand a thing or two about both genders. 1F5, 6 and Winnie is given 5 years to say, the stream isn't about how to be a man, it's actually Tomoe telling us how to be her perfect man. No! I'm not that type of streamer, believe it or not. I'm not interested in being that type of streamer. I don't really give a shit about my own romantic pursuits. It's not really a matter of interest. We are just here to explore the origins of masculinity and how it reflects upon our society today, and how we have evolved as a society, which is to say there's a lot of shit that happened, and yeah. Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's important to temper your expectations and think about what we can do as individuals to better ourselves. Punish Fink is given 10 carrots to say, what is a man but a miserable pile of lies? I don't think that. What kind of men are you associating with, buddy? Yes, society. Let me put on my educator glasses. I just realized my belt finally isn't being weird anymore. I'm not even sure what fixed it, but like, hell yeah. I'm sure some of you remember. Oh, there we go. There we go. I had to make sure that was working properly. Alright, now I'm ready to be a mentor figure and teach you guys the ropes. How often do you think about the Roman Empire? I don't even know how that joke started. Maybe that really is just a guy thing. So I'm gonna go through these slides that I prepared. It's nothing particularly grand, right? But I'm sure behind every meme there's like a fragment of truth. Like if we really just dig into it. Speaking of memes, I've been told once that like some guys, or like a lot of guys, express affection by leaving a meme in somebody's DMs, and you don't even have to like get a reply back to the meme. It's just like you send a meme, and like, you know, sometimes they don't respond for like a couple days, but you just like keep leaving memes there, and eventually they're like, holy shit, bro, that was a good one, I'm gonna go share that. And then you see them sharing it somewhere else, and you just, that shit hits different. But maybe that's for everyone, I don't know. A wacky DoD PowerPoint presentation? I don't know if I'd call it that. How else do you show affection? There are many ways, don't worry. Yes, this will help you get more hair on your chest, buddy, I gotcha. Alright, let me actually set this up. Hopefully it's working fine. I mean, it's not the most, like I said, it's not the most spectacular presentation ever, but, speaking of presentations though, before I start this, remember if you want to submit a presentation for my birthday week, which is this week, the deadline is tomorrow at, 23:59 EST, so yeah, if you want to be considered for that, then do that. But remember to follow YouTube TOS, or I'm not going to be able to stream it anyway, or present it or anything. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Maybe I didn't announce that well enough, I don't know. It was announced on my Discord, on my community page, and I think I've mentioned it a couple times in some streams, but yeah. If you guys feel like making your own PowerPoint, you can just find the information in those places. I think it's also on Twitter, I don't know. Can you make a presentation about goats? It could be about any subject that you want me to learn about and simultaneously teach people about, as long as it does not violate YouTube TOS in any way. I myself will not be looking at them beforehand. I'm having my mods look at it just to make sure that it's okay, but I will be going into them blind, so you guys will get to see my genuine reactions to them when I actually do the stream for it. Which, I should have the schedule up sometime this week, so we'll get the details sorted out. But I just wanted to make the deadline a couple days in advance because, they need time to be able to look them over. How long can it be? I don't really have a limit on it. Why does that leave you out being unable to violate the TOS? Why can't you guys just behave yourselves? Make sure you do it on Google Slides, preferably, though. I don't really feel like downloading PowerPoints. Alright, let me, start my presentation now. It's been a while since I've had to do one of these. I'm a little bit rusty. But that's okay. Sometimes rust is a good thing. It allows you to shine after a moment of hesitation. Other times it causes tetanus because your stupid ass didn't get vaccinated, but that's neither here nor there. Alright. The masculinity to violate TOS? I don't think that's a thing, buddy. Here you go, though. Here you go. This is How to Be a Man by me, a female. A subject matter expert, if you know. You care to look at it that way? It reminds me, my first stream had a PowerPoint in it. It's like nothing's really changed, you know? Even after this long, nothing's really changed. How do you not have PowerPoint? I don't know if I have the license for that. I don't got the license. I might actually, but I feel like Google Slides is a lot easier to use than PowerPoint, in my personal opinion. Not just because I'm used to it, but because I'm used to it and biased. Yeah, it's fine. I don't remember what order I put these slides in. It's kind of all over the place. Yes, I am a graphic designer. I felt like the background really adds to the aesthetic. I mean, it's like the traditional manliness, you know? You can't really go wrong with this. Can't people dox you with Google Slides? Do you think I used my personal email for this shit? You're insane. Maybe, bro. Who knows? I don't know. Hey Tomoe, hello! Welcome to the stream. You'd end up using Microsoft 365 these days? Isn't that still the same? You know what? I need to start my presentation. Let's not waste any further time. Why are there so many means of giving presentations? This is a lot. Man code fighting with a bro is called bro bonding? I've never heard of that before. I'm really nervous because I don't remember what's on the first slide. I shuffled the slides around last minute because I was like, does this make sense next to this slide, or should I segue it into this slide? Let's see. Alright, participating in a contact sport. So, you know, from an early age, you gotta participate in sports, because sports are what allows men to bond with other men. The more violence, the better. The more violence, the better. I think that's a philosophy. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I said, I was thinking about this really hard. Touch crap. It is technically a contact sport. You can contact 911. can beat the shit out of a piñata. Ultimate frisbee, for some reason, with a dog. Badminton is kind of a contact sport, I think, if you look at it that way. I don't know anyone who plays it professionally, but, like, I'm sure it's more popular outside of the US. I had to play it in PE, and I felt like I gained some testosterone doing so. Is 911 contact sport? I mean, depending on your walk of life, it's gonna be okay, though. You guys like sport? I mean, I assume most of you guys have tried sports at one point and you learned a lot from it. Rise announced ultimate frisbee mentioned. I saw someone get a concussion from a frisbee to the forehead once. That was pretty metal. Yeah, the gif of the football spinning kind of reminds me of you know when you're in a bowling alley and they have those animations that are really creepy? That's kind of like that sort of style. Yeah. You learned you're not good at sports, but it's how men bond, right? By, like, grappling each other and shit, I think. Squid Coyote has announced, my favorite contact sport is reading books at home and not talking to anyone. JK, I did hand egg back in the... What is hand egg? I've never heard of that before. Played basketball in high school, but only as a way to measure my progression and working out. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. I don't even... What? Wait, what age is it even healthy to start working out at? Isn't it like 16 or something? Because you don't want to start too soon or it fucks with your body, in a way, I think. I don't know too much about this. Football, yes. Oh, American football. Is that what they call it? That doesn't really make much sense, but okay. I mean, in the US, we just call it football, right? But I guess if you want to be that way about it. Broken ribs? I don't know, how many injuries, if you guys had to, like, throw out a number, how many injuries have you gotten growing up? Because that is also an indicator of hardship. I don't know necessarily, like, an indicator of masculinity, but, like, if you had to put a number on it, like, approximately, how many distinct injuries can you recall? What do you mean 0? How the fuck did you grow up not getting injured? So it's either none at all or a shit ton. That seems to be what we're going with here. Alright. Why do you wish you got injured? I mean, I guess it's... Look, if you learn how to fight, right? If you learn how to protect yourself. Because, like, sometimes, I've heard in some families, like, a dude will get into a fight and then he'll come home and tell his parents. And the parents are like, well, did you win? And others are like, holy shit, we have to transfer you to a different school. You're not allowed to go there anymore. Like, which one is more conducive to growth as a human being? Would you rather be sheltered and protected, or would you rather go and fight? Now, morally speaking, it's weird. It's like different styles of parenting and shit, but, like, I don't know what helps prepare you for the long term a lot better. Depends on who's the aggressor. I mean, sometimes it's like you're getting bullied and you, like, stick up to your bullies, and then your parents like, no, I don't want you to get hurt anymore. We gotta take you somewhere else. We gotta take you away from... How the fuck did you get hit by a car? Okay, alright. The fight where we have to get the cops involved in drawing the body outline. I never understood that part of crime shows, but maybe there's, like, an actual reason for it. Fighting while protected? No. You gotta be the one to go in. Cause, like, I don't know, it's like that one meme where it's like some dude walks up to your girl and slaps her. What do you do about it? Are you gonna fight him? Or are you gonna call the police and have somebody else deal with it? Like, you gotta think about it. This is what we're really getting into with this presentation. We're trying to figure out what it means to be a man. What is the manly thing to do, and what's the stupid fucking decision to do? Like, there's multiple answers here, you know? This is a discussion. Find a new girl. What the fuck, bro? That's horrible! That is horrible! You have to protect them. Look, man, life is hard. Oh, shit. Yeah, I have a lot of hypotheticals for this because I've been told a lot of wacky-ass stories by dudes, so... A slap for a slap? I don't think you want to get into a slap fight. I know that, like, that means typically you get less bruises, but also that sounds very unpleasant. According to a certain TV show, the chalk line, in case the victim Oh, it's in case the victim is still alive and taken to the hospital? Oh, so they have an idea of the crime scene, but they can still take the person away to help them get help. What would I do? Well, I'm not a guy, but like... That's a hard question. I've never really been into like a lot of violent situations. I'm more of a peaceful person. I know I weightlift, but it's not to like beat the shit out of people, contrary to popular belief. Some people are like, Tomoe, please fight me, and it's like, I'm not violent, bro. I'm not violent, but I also wouldn't just let somebody fight me. I guess if I was the woman in that situation, I'd probably try to distance myself, or if they insist on fighting, at least like protect your vital organs, you know, don't go out like a bitch. If someone attacked my friend, well, okay, see, because if I'm with a group of women, I typically am the strongest woman present, so in that case, I would probably feel like a protective instinct. I don't have many female friends, right, but I'm not gonna let somebody fuck with the ones I do, so I feel like that in that case, usually instinct takes over, right? Like you want to protect things weaker and smaller than yourself. I realized this when I was recently around somebody that was like smaller than me, and I was like, holy shit, that's adorable. I have to keep them safe. And maybe it's that way for guys too. Like maybe the stronger your instincts are at protecting someone, the more likely you are to actually like fight back and defend them regardless of consequence. Or I guess you could, like, you know, let fear take over. The desire to protect someone is stronger there. Does that mean I'm gonna protect chat too? I guess a couple of you at least are probably weaker than me, so if you need me to protect you, I can. I don't have an issue with that, especially because it is technically my job to protect civilians, so I can protect you, that's fine. Absolutely defined. I'm just going off of like what logically makes sense. Although, I don't know, it's just kind of like a think. Well, don't think, just do type of thing. So maybe it's not that logical, but it's also like embedded in the core of our existences. Breaking the law is manly if it's a stupid law. The laws aren't necessarily stupid, but like sometimes you have to do the right thing regardless, I think. Would I pull the gun out or punch someone? I would rather, like, punch someone than shoot them, to be honest. You know, I understand the argument of, hey, I want to end a fight as quickly as possible, but, like, I also don't... you can end a fight without trying to kill someone, you know? You can make them back off, yeah. Nora just given 1.99 carats to say based horse sergeant. I'll do my best, bro. I'll do my best. I try to be your guys' bro. I try. Well, shit. Yeah, so anyway, this slide here is basically, participating in a sport is actually really good for social development, and it also helps keep you in shape. And being in shape is really good for mental health as well. And it's mostly the socialization aspect, though, just so you don't feel like a sense of isolation through your teenage years. But I guess if I was to give actual fatherly advice, I would say you should at least try to do a sport. Especially when you're younger. It's good to at least try. This got off the rails fast? You're damn right it did. Is Taekwondo a contact sport? To be honest, I know it says contact sport because that's kind of like a stereotype, but I feel like you could do any sport and it'd be fine. Also, don't even worry if you didn't do a sport growing up. I didn't fucking do a sport and I turned out fine. So, you know, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. But I'm just saying, it helps. It helps. Masculine hobbies. This is another one, because I was told that men mostly bond through hobbies, which is why they appreciate when women get involved in their hobbies, because it's like, holy shit, she cares about me, even though it's only just like showing interest in something they're interested in. So yeah. Yeah, it turned out fine. What do you mean? I will be a father for this stream. I got you guys. I would love to be a father figure someday. I don't know why. It just sounds like a lot of fun. The hobby list is long, but it's great because like you can share your hobbies with someone and just get along with each other like that. A plastic crack? What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, so here are the most important So don't actually keep people from your hobbies. That's pretty fucked up. But however, yes, PNG from Google moment. Yes, lumberjacking is the manliest thing that you can possibly do. I'm gonna be adamant about this. There is nothing more manly than being a lumberjack. Chopping lumber is as fucking masculine as it gets. I don't know why I have this belief firmly embedded in my head. I suppose, like, hunting is, like, a second one, but, like, bro, look at this shit. You, like, go out into the forest with, like, a hatchet, wearing jeans, just, like, in the elements. And you're swinging at nature. Like, you're defying the elements. You're destroying it so that you can make something of it. And you can, like, burn the logs and keep your family warm. You're providing for them. It's amazing. What about working in a steel mill? Okay, that's also a good one. That's also a good one. I do not need a femboy. That is not true. This isn't about me. This isn't about me. This has nothing to do with my preferences. This is about thinking about how to become tougher. Is there a reason why Tomoe doesn't do lumber work? I don't know, man. It's a lot of physical labor. Although I do like learning skills like this, so maybe one day. I think you're supposed to, like, make a notch in the tree in the direction that you want the tree to fall, right? And then you cut from the opposite side, I think. And then, like, gravity will naturally make the tree fall in that direction. Pretty sure that's how that works. I put crypto on here for some reason. I don't actually know any more crypto people in this day and age. I think a lot of them, like, vanished mysteriously, you know? What about laying bricks? That's awesome. So basically, like, a lot of manual labor is really I don't know if that counts as a hobby though. Come to think of it, I'm not sure if that's a hobby. Steel fabrication. That also sounds bad. I mean, like, the traditional jobs. But I guess even, like, a guy could be, like, a secretary, right? And still be, like, super manly. Like, what if he, like, fishes in his free time? Fishing is also manly. I don't know if these are just, like, stereotypical masculine hobbies. I also put, like, the serial killer on here because I think some women are attracted to serial killers. Now, I don't think you should actually become a serial killer, but like, some women are into that, so maybe there's, like, a link to masculinity there. I'll ask my female friends why they like serial killers, though. I don't entirely understand it myself. It's just how it is, bro. That can totally be a hobby, you think so? Alright. Gym instructor, yeah. Some dude walked up to you and was like, yeah, this is what I like doing in my free time. Which would you think are, you know, automatically make that guy like a manly man? Yeah. Just grab a pair of the serial killer glasses. What are serial killer glasses? Are those like pit vipers or something? I'm not sure. Mowing the lawn isn't a hobby! That's a chore, bro. Speaking of which, though, I think chores are really good for building character. Like, allowances and chores, because you develop that sense early on where it's like, oh, I have to work for the things I want in life. And like, it might not be much money that you're earning, but, like, it helps you develop a sense of responsibility. And I think that would make you a better protector. So that's important, too. Girl being attracted to that doesn't necessarily mean it's manly. That is true. But I like the picture, so I wanted to put it on the slides. I'm not a subject matter expert here. This is all, like, this is a guided discussion, basically. This is my personal analysis, and yeah. The manliest thing you can do is harass VTubers online. I don't know about that one, bro. I don't know about that one. That might be a little too controversial. Is personal grooming manly? I mean, I think so. Like, it's like shows that you care about yourself. You know, women notice the small things. Like, if you like trim your nails and keep them neat and stuff, women notice shit like that. So I would say so. It really is the small things. We're very observant creatures. That's your sin. Shut up. Mom said I was allowed to live in her house growing up, but it's not much to, like, give a kid, like, $20 a month, you know? Although $20 in today's economy isn't really too much, so maybe it'd be, like, $50 a month? I don't know. There are no women where you work? Then that means, I'm not gonna say that means it's a manly job, because I don't think that's how that works. Tomoe is a girl? Yes! Yes. Now that I think about it, there's like no women where I work either, but that doesn't really count in the military, so, you know. There are a couple, but not many. Have I mentioned hunting and fishing yet? Yes, those are also manly hobbies. Although, to be honest, a lot of... I don't know. These are like really stereotypical ones, but I also think like certain like game-related hobbies can also be super manly too. So it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of aspects that go into it. Ultimately, it's not really about your hobbies, but how you share them with other people. In my opinion, at least. Because if you're sharing them with other bros in a healthy way and it's helping you become closer with other people, that's pretty damn manly. I am doing fine. $50 a month sounds insane. How is that insane? That's a pretty decent allowance right there. Thoughts about Lego? Lego is fun. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. Lego's fun. I should know. I've built a lot of Legos recently. I have a lot more I need to build soon. Gun collection is a manly hobby. Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw the announcement on my server about that. That just reminded me of that. I like guns, but like a lot of the people who are super into guns, I don't know if I could count as like my personal definition of a manly hobby just because of how they get about it. It's good to have hobbies, but it's not good to be a dick to people about it. And a lot of people who are really into guns typically are like dicks about it. So yeah. How manly is collecting women? That's not manly, that's cowardly. Have some fucking commitment, bro. Have some commitment. $50 is a lot of allowance money. I never got an allowance, so I wouldn't know. It's watching VTubers manly? Of course it is, buddy. That's why we're here right now. That and to learn. Well, see, I have to right here. Like the stereotypical female fantasy. I never really understood it, but I'm trying to help you guys appeal to the females. So I guess here you go. Please don't go full werewolf though. This is emulate the protagonist of a fanfic aimed at middle-aged women. A lot of those became popular with teenage women though, so maybe there's like some correlation between what women find appealing in those heartless, soulless protagonists that tend to treat women like assholes, but they're like, wow, he's so cool, he's so amazing, you know? And then you can also engage in hours of pointless arguments online. You know when you like sit down and you see something that's obviously bait and you're like, damn, I have better shit I should be doing right now, but then you still end up interacting with it for like 5 hours, and then you look at the clock and you're like, damn, I ran out of time to do the shit I was supposed to today. Yeah, it's typically how that goes. Also, don't actually have a veggie-based diet. I have nothing against vegetarians, but protein is very good for you. Eating protein is manly. Not only because it supplements your gains, but because it helps balance out your diet. Literally me characters. I don't think so, buddy. Yes, I don't think so. I collect military surplus guns. The only problem I have with people is when it comes to sporterized guns. That sounds really complicated, but I guess like the further you are into a hobby, the more complicated things get. Your sister is a vegan? How did that even happen? I understand the vegan argument, but I also don't, because it's like, the animals are gonna die regardless, so why not just like eat them and not let their sacrifice be in vain? That's kind of my logic on it, but people are like, no, if you stop eating the animals, they won't kill them anymore. That's not how that works, buddy. But if it's like a personal choice and you just feel too guilty or, you know, like other reasons, then yeah, I get it. But that particular argument doesn't make much sense to me. Hours of pointless debates sounds like my high school auto class. How the fuck do you get into hours of debates in an auto class of all things? I don't quite understand that one. Factory farms? I don't know, bro. I saw like those one Netflix documentaries and it kind of just made me a little hungry. If you get used to eating food that's kind of like not actually food, it's like, I'm already eating it. Who cares? What about pretending to be an expert in something you know nothing about? That's manly. Especially when you're not willing to admit when you're wrong. You know, being needlessly stubborn and closed-minded, that is not manly at all. That's just being an asshole. And then you wonder why nobody wants to fucking talk to you. Don't do that shit. Are the boyfriends from Scott Pilgrim manly? I've never seen Scott Pilgrim before, so I would not know. Have you seen what a lion does to its prey? Hunting is kind of tame. Compared to... Oh, yeah. I guess if you watch Nat Geo, then yeah. The things we do while hunting can be pretty fucked up comparatively. Is mansplaining to women manly? It depends, because, like, sometimes when I'm talking to people about, like, exercise, they typically try to, like, explain shit that I already know things about. I don't know if it's, like, just being helpful or, like, trying to, like, show off or something. You know, anyway. Remember this one, too. You're not allowed to show any pain. You're not allowed to let things bother you. I don't actually believe in this philosophy, but it's, like... I think the main point of it isn't to, like, never show pain, but it's more so to, like, learn how to manage your pain in a healthy way. Instead of, like, bottling everything up and pretending that nothing ever gets to you. Because believe it or not, there are women who aren't able to talk out their problems, too. Yeah, shit's rough regardless. Also, the one of the puppy biting, that kind of, like, hits personally because puppies have really sharp teeth. The only emotion you can show is anger. Does that mean you should, like, punch a hole in the drywall or something? Yeah, resiliency! Resiliency is manly because, like, you want to be a pillar and show that other people can rely on you. I don't feel like that's only a manly thing, but maybe it's just because of my personal beliefs. But, like, I want to be someone people can rely on as well. But you shouldn't offer to help other people if you're not even able to help yourself. Because there are people who would, like, come to me, like friends who would be like, oh, Tomoe, I'm going through this rough thing. Can you please help me? It's like, okay, yeah, sure, but, you know, that's being honest. That's being open. That's being good. But then they're like, you know, if they offer to help me, and then they, like, I don't know if you guys have friends like this, too. But say someone offers to help you, and you start explaining your situation, and then suddenly they start breaking down and, like, explaining their own. Like, they were waiting for an opportunity to talk about it. It can be very awkward sometimes, so it's like the thought that counts, right? You know, wanting to help your friends, but don't put too much on yourself. Work through your own problems before you try to support and protect other people. It is manly to know your limitations and be able to confront your problems head on and learn how to deal with them in a healthy way. That is my main horse advice with that. That's when you hug it out. Honestly, it probably is. Having no feelings is the way to go. Yeah, but everybody has feelings, so it's like, are you gonna pretend that you don't have them and then just, like, throw them on other people at a bad time? Or are you gonna, like, talk them out and, like, learn how to manage them and then, like, get through them, you know? Be bold. Yes, be bold. Don't get angry at it. Don't get angry. There are other ways to deal with your emotions than just anger, you know? Everybody goes through hard shit. Everyone feels lonely sometimes, but it's like, you know. Stoicism and anger. But don't force yourself to be a stoic individual if you're not a stoic individual. I don't know, man. This is like a really layered issue. And I don't know if it's just because of, like, how society has changed or, like, just how people are taught, but it's probably one of the biggest issues that I run into with guys is they don't know how to work through their emotions. I want to be the stoic dad who's there to listen and help. That's a good thing to aspire to be. I think that's pretty honorable. Emotions will be weaponized against us. It goes that way for both genders, though. Believe it or not, it happens to women as well. And I feel like nowadays, society is becoming a lot more accepting of dudes showing emotions. It's more so like, you can talk things out, but, like, you have to think about the best way to do that, if that makes sense. Don't blame it on society. Blame it on me. Oh, goodness. Yeah. See, this is a really complicated one. This is, like, one of the things that people argue about the most. It's like, how can I be a man while also sorting out my feelings? Why do you need to deal with emotions? Just do the job and move along? Because you can't avoid emotions. You can't just internalize everything forever and pretend that nothing's bothering you. Eventually, things do catch up with you. So it's better to learn how to deal with things as they come. It's better to learn how to pick yourself up after you fall down and keep moving forward than just fucking, you know, acting like nothing ever bothers you. And maybe you do cry in front of her and she no longer becomes attracted to you. But then that person wasn't fucking worth your time in the first place. You have to understand that not all women are going to abandon you if you show emotions in front of them. And the people who do aren't fucking worth your time. So learn how to... just fucking find a woman who's emotionally competent and stable enough to understand that dudes are humans too. I guess that's my advice with that. Because you should be fine showing emotions around somebody that's supposed to fucking care about you. Men have been open with their emotions for a long time. They just don't talk about them with anyone. Oh, with everyone. Yeah. You don't have to talk to everyone about your emotions. Don't be that guy that goes into a fucking group chat and starts trauma dumping either. Like, find someone you can talk to. Find somebody who you can trust and talk to them. Those don't exist? Yes, they fucking do. Yes, they do. You're only allowed to show bemused happiness or anger to a woman. If you cry, get sad, or expose your inner child in any way, you might as well break up with her because she's gonna dump you. How many of you guys are talking about this from personal experience, though? And how much of this did you hear online? I don't know, bro. Nora just given 1.9 and cares to say, who are you that is so wise in the ways of men? I talk to a lot of men and I talk to a lot of women. Trauma dumping, who starts with that? Yeah, I don't know. It can be a lot sometimes, but shit's just, I don't know. Most of the women I know are willing to hear my emotions. Yeah, most fucking normal women are willing to talk about emotions. Most women have empathy. It's true. But the difference is how you are presenting the emotions. Whether or not you are just dumping everything on them and expecting them to shoulder everything for you, or if you guys are having a back and forth productive discussion where you are trying to work through it. A lot of the issue comes from the fact that guys don't know how to fucking talk things out calmly. And it's a process. You have to find somebody who's willing to talk things out with you, though. But you also have to hold yourself accountable for how you let out your emotions. Social drink is given 5 carrots to say Umarmy. Umari, I just ate a steak. Very yummy. Excellent, bro. Excellent. Goodness. Sorry, I didn't mean to, rant about this. Okay, but how do you find out if she's so emotionally mature without having to go there and see if she destroys you for it? Personal experience for me. You have to start with a little and see how it goes. Don't just, do it all at once, you know? Don't just... See, a lot of it's oh, I pretend that I'm okay all of these months, and then one day I just completely fucking 180 on her, and I'm like, I've actually been bothered about this shit all this time, and I didn't want to tell you. Well, first of all, you're probably going to make her feel slightly betrayed, or she's just going to be a bitch about it, but in which case she was always going to be a bitch about it, and you were just delaying the inevitable, learning that she's a bitch. So, you know, yeah. Have some standards with the people you interact with. That is pretty good philosophy. But it's complicated. I know guys get fucked over a lot, girls get fucked over a lot. We all have our different problems. But I promise, once you learn how to manage your emotions better, shit's gonna get better with time. It's gonna get better. Yes, hey, I have a problem. Can we talk for a minute? That's a good way to go about it. That is a responsible way to talk out your problems. Don't just fucking pull her aside and start screaming at her because you reached your boiling point. I understand wanting to be stoic, but you can't force that shit, right? You can't force yourself to be someone you're not. You can't force yourself to be able to handle anything because nobody can just handle anything. You get used to things over time. You see those super fucking strong men who are it seems like nothing bothers them? They probably sort out their problems on their own time. They learn how to deal with things. It doesn't just happen though. You have to learn how to process things in a responsible manner. Women have support groups, so do guys. Have you seen some of the friendships that guys have? Bro, we don't have everything. I don't fucking have a support group. I mean, I kind of do, but not you guys just, I don't know, bro. Or you start drinking. Everybody has their coping mechanisms, but Drinking is not a way to deal with your problems. It's a way to put off your problems. It's a way of prolonging the inevitable. If you don't have a support group, then it's not. I don't know, man. That shit can be hard to find sometimes. But yeah, you are always able to make friends. You just have to find ones who care about you. I myself don't like talking about my problems that much, but it's not that people aren't willing to help me. Oh, 100% personal experience. Come home a victor or don't come home at all. Huh. Well, shit. I mean, that doesn't mean all women are like that, though. Does it? Like, I understand having, like, a really bad traumatic experience with a woman, but, like, that doesn't mean all of them are gonna be that evil to you. And you have to understand that. I know it hurts, and I know it might seem that way based off of, like, the discussions guys have with each other about, like, how awful women can be about each other. I mean, just, like, how awful they can be towards guys, but, like, that doesn't mean all women are like that. It doesn't. Gotta get out there, be social, bother people, make friends with the ones that respond well to it. Yeah. It's okay to trauma dump here. I'm just trying to help, like, put things into perspective better. Like, yes, there are a lot of jaded people out there. But the reason I understand this so well is because I talk to both sides. Like, I understand what both sides go through. Like, there are women out there who don't trust guys because they think all guys are just, like, manipulative assholes who are gonna backstab them and betray them and don't actually care about their feelings and shit. And then you have guys who don't think there are women that care about them and just want to use them for shit. Like, it goes both ways. That's the important thing to understand. A lot of people just happen to run into the shittiest of shitty people out there, and then they think that everybody falls into that. But think about how many people there are out there in the world. There's no fucking way that all of them are out to get you, or that, like, all women are going to betray you. And I know it's hard to trust someone after you get fucked over like that, but just think about what you can do to better yourself and then go from there. Just focus on you first and then go from there. I'm not a therapist, bro. I'm just trying to give advice as, like, a friend. Like, this is like friend advice type of shit. I hope this all mostly makes sense. I'm not trying to say that your guys' concerns and stuff aren't fair, because I understand you guys have been through a lot and you're probably still gonna go through a lot, and you never know whether or not the person you talk to and open up to is going to betray you or not, but sometimes it's worth the risk because maybe the person that you open up to doesn't betray you. Maybe there's someone that you end up being able to count on to be there for you. Yes, don't villainize the gender completely for a few bad apples. That is mostly what I'm asking here. Goodness. I hope that makes sense. Sorry for getting so deep into that, but I just want to be able to help you guys just chill out a little bit. And yes, responds like a man and her first reaction is to want to fix the problem, but that's not... Okay, so it's another thing when you're talking to a friend. Sometimes you just want them to listen, right? And sometimes you want them to help you find a solution. Always be sure to figure out what the case is before going forward into conversations like that. Yeah, I'm going to betray you? I don't think so. I mean, I'm certainly doing my best to not do that. I don't know. Let me go and continue this PowerPoint now. Let me refocus. Be able to fix stuff. This slide is completely fucked up. That's part of the point. I really hate when that happens with chords, by the way. Be sure to replace your chords. Being able to fix stuff is a manly skill, though. Being able to fix stuff is, in fact, a very manly skill. This PowerPoint is like hitting puberty? No. This is just general advice. It's a lot of... I don't know, like, a lot of this is jokes and a lot of this is, like, genuine advice, so it's kind of, like, back and forth. Yeah, but being able to fix stuff, having random skills like that, I don't know. I know a lot of guys who just watch, like, random videos. And then, for some reason, the knowledge you learned at, like, 3 a.m. while browsing YouTube happens to come in handy, and you're able to just kind of fix something. Why fix it myself when I can get someone else to do it for me? But why do that when you can just Google the instructions and fuck around with it for a long time before realizing that it was actually a super simple solution? Duct tape is your friend? Be sure to, like, constantly repair it in, like, the weirdest ways before eventually buying a new thing, you know? Fixing stuff is very fun. It's, like, satisfactory Even if it's just a temporary solution. Fixing is manly. We don't fix stuff, we secretly buy new stuff and present them as fixed. You can't replace the engine of a car? Are you sure you can't, like, Google a tutorial on that? Come on, man. The internet provides much information. Being reliable and be a part of society? I don't know, because, like, there's some guys who can't fix shit, but they're still reliable in other ways. So maybe that is the essence of the point. It's just, be reliable in some way. Even if you can't fix it, it never hurts to be able to try or admit that you're not able to do anything. Because I think that's pretty amazing, too. Masking tape makes a good mouse pad? I've never tried that before. Men want to fix problems. All problems require fixing. Just don't be like one of those guys who tries to fix other people. You can't fix people, bro. You can't change someone unless they want to change themselves, you know? That's an important thing to realize, too. It's great to want to help someone, but you can't help them until they're ready to be helped. But in terms of, like, fixing objects and shit, yeah, just Google the tutorial or call someone. But then, like, there are, like, auto repair shops and stuff that charge a fuck ton for, like, really simple fixes that you could just fix on your own. So it doesn't hurt to learn these random skills and just figure out how to do this sort of thing. And people will think it's super cool, too. Okay, so good skills to pick up there. The homies always get really loving when you fix their computers. That's amazing, bro. That's amazing right there. Why help someone when they don't want to help themselves? Well, you literally can't. That's the thing. You literally can't. The instinct of let me fix that, then do more damage, that's when you admit, well, shit, next time maybe I'll just have someone else fix it. But, I mean, it never hurts to try, you know? Never hurts to try. I can fix her, weak and no confidence. Oh, God. I must fix her. I can do it. Fix it just enough that the next guy breaks it? Holy shit, bro. Holy shit. I don't know. I think when people say I can fix her, that's just a meme, so I don't really acknowledge it that much. Because those are the same people who complain about... It's weird, like you go, oh, I can fix her, and then the next moment you're like, oh, women are so awful and they betray me and they're such bitches. Well, yeah, maybe if you look for women like that, yeah, that's probably gonna happen, to be honest. Like, you know, you're kind of looking for... You're looking for an aggressive dog, and then you ask yourself why it bit your hand and why it's being put down for biting your hand. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, bro. You want her to ruin you until she actually does it, and then you're traumatized and can't trust people anymore. Anyway, we're not gonna get into that again. Oh. Look for the one that doesn't need fixing. Talk to the really awkward shy girls. I'm sure those probably don't have too many issues. They're just awkward and weird. But that's not always a bad thing. Will all of this be a part of a section later? I don't know, actually. I don't think so. This is, just kind of winging it. I'm not good enough for shopping new and stick to you? Sometimes when I'm in a relationship, I break things around the house so I could fix them. That's right, bro. Just, like, break the leg of a table and then be like, ha! Damn, I don't know how that broke. And then just, like, duct tape that shit. She'll be super impressed. Why not? Why not? I think we fixed this page. Yeah, we pretty much filled in the blanks here. It's pretty good to me. I think this is fine. All right. Oh God, I forgot. Yeah, this is a great slide here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But remember, no exciting clothing. It has to be bland. It's always just plaid or plain colors. Don't show too much you can have like. You can have t-shirts with some text or basic patterns on them. Jeans and black t-shirts? Don't you have anything else in your wardrobe, man? Oh god damn it, bro. No waifu shirts? I don't know. You can wear it under your plaid shirt. Alright, button up plaid. That shit's riveting, okay? You cannot go wrong showing up to a function wearing plaid. Gamer graphic tees? I mean, it depends, right? As long as it's, like, minimalistic, you know? You don't want to do too much. Don't wear bright colors, either. It has to be, like, muted, manly colors. And don't you go out there wearing fucking pastel pink either. It has to be salmon. Exclusively. You only have black shirts? Don't you have, like, gray shirts or anything either? Shit, I don't know. Plaid isn't boring, it's exciting! It's exciting! It's a pattern that's, like, accepted as masculine. I don't know, man. It's pretty great, dude. Chris Knuckles is giving 2 carrots to say Aloha shirts for life with solid color under it. Yeah, that's a pretty solid option right there. I mean, any sort of button-up shirt is usually okay, right? But you don't want it to be too colorful. That's all. Hopscotch is giving 5 carrots to say, are you telling me, a red-blooded American male, that I can't wear my I-go shirts when searching for a lovely lady? I don't think you're gonna attract any good attention in public wearing that, okay? I don't think that's going to end well. People are probably going to give you looks and then walk a little bit further away than anybody else in the room. Okay? It's good to express yourself, but you still want to be mindful of the people around you. I'm sorry, I thought this was America. Look, bro, I'm trying to look out for you guys here. I'm trying to look out for you here. Are you telling us about how to be a man? I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I don't know anything about fashion. You're right, I don't know anything about fashion. I actually don't know shit about fashion, but I'm just trying to, this is just what I see, like my observations. I don't know. Well, like when you guys are shopping for clothes, what do you normally look for? Do you care about the material, the color, the fucking type of shirt? Like, do you have a preference? How do you guys do it, since you guys are apparently the fucking experts here? Huh? What do I wear? If I'm not in uniform, I'm probably in a fitness outfit of some sort. I don't really go out much, so that's pretty much all I ever wear. Wear pajamas if I'm at home sometimes. Woolish. Cotton or wool? Oh, it's about the cut and how it fits? This is a lot of particular information. We're experts at being men? I think you guys are probably a little more qualified than I am to even give this presentation in the first place, so I would think so. Look for things that are tight-fitting and match my wardrobe? I look for boyfriend material in everything I wear. What is boyfriend material made out of? I don't know what that shit is! I mostly wear black cargo pants, boots, and t-shirts. At least you have, like, a style, you know, like a sense of fashion there. That's fine. It's okay to be particular. There's nothing wrong with that. Denim is respectable. Just don't be that person that walks around in full denim, you know? Don't wear like a jean jacket with jeans and a jean shirt and crawl into your jean bed. Just can't. You gotta mix and match things. I at least know that. Nora is giving 4.99 carrots to say, gonna wear my black shirts with tasteful anime characters to my new church. Shit. I mean, I guess if it's tasteful, then it's fine. Yeah. Creosote is giving 5 carrots to say, real pro tip, clothes that fit properly are important, but smelling good is super important. Yeah. I mean, I would say don't like Axe Bomb, right? But like, I think that's only a middle school thing. I don't think there's any grown people who walk out here wearing like fucking 50 layers of cologne or something, you know? So it's fine. It's fine. Yes, there are tasteful anime shirts. It's not all bad. Graphic tees are fine. That's true. He goes, and else, dude, tell me to not wear my denim jacket. It's in my jeans. Fuck off! That's stupid! Jean hat for extra flavor. Yeah, make sure you wear a bucket hat. That's awesome. Not to be that one person, but isn't telling a man how to be a man kind of rude? I don't know, probably just me. Well, you have to understand, right? I'm an entertainer. This shit's not meant to be serious! It's as serious as you want it to be. I'm giving advice, right? But like, you don't have to fucking take it seriously. Does it seem rude to you? It's not meant to be rude, bro. It's not meant to be rude. Taking notes. What do you mean, bro? I'm gonna get hysterical at this point. I'm gonna be honest when it comes to fashion. My mom wouldn't even let me choose my own clothes until senior year of high school, so I don't know how qualified I am to give advice. I'm not even kidding about that. That's the problem. I used to just have this philosophy that I should go and wear things that seem funny. But I wasn't really aware that it wasn't like socially acceptable to do that and that people were staring and it wasn't like a good thing. So, eventually I figured it out. I learned the basics of fashion, you know? Just enough to kind of get by. But, yeah. So you guys should wear... you guys should just wear what you want to. I don't know, I didn't think it was a joke and you were being one of those feminists who hate men. I'm not a feminist at all, to be honest. I'm not. I feel like bro, I don't even know how to respond to that. Alrighty, buddy, alright. No, you're fine, it's fine, everything's fine, don't worry. Taking it seriously, but it's been a fun conversation with lots of useful ideas. I mean, to be honest, the actual PowerPoint is a shitpost, but like, my advice is genuine advice that I've learned from just talking to people and picking things up and like actually asking my friends over the years, how do you guys, what is your definition of manliness? Like, how would you say you should be a better guy? Like, just advice in general, I guess. I don't know. Shit. Sorry, I got kind of flustered. 1 out of 5, 6, 7, 8 is given 2 carrots to say, Tomoe, being serious all the time is super manly. You're right! I'll work on it. I'll work on it. Early Worm is given 5 carrots to say, the brawny paper towels man is peak masculinity. What does that mean? Oh wait, you mean the brand. Yes, of course. I'm sorry. Oh, what part of this sounds like hating men? I don't hate men at all. I really don't. That's why I said at the beginning, I wish I could be like a father figure. I'm envious of you guys. You guys are pretty cool for that. Just aspire to be a good man in all that we do. Yes. The tuxedo shirt, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Those darn enlisted. Norad is given 1.99 carrots to say, you must be new here. Possibly. How do I feel about tank tops? They're good at the gym, right? They're good at the gym. I'm glad you guys got some inspiration from this. The weird thing about this is like, now that I think about clothing, like little dudes like can wear whatever. Like if you see a little guy wearing a tie-dye shirt, it's like, yeah, that's fine. So like at what point do guys like make the transition of like wearing more dull colors and stuff? I was kind of wondered that. I don't know. I really don't know. That one I don't have an answer to. Tomoe is the best man, thank you. Sometimes, you know, if you know, tomboys can be pretty reliable bros, so I try. But at the end of the day, I am still a woman, and that is okay. Puberty? It just kind of happens like that? Okay. When you go from male to super male, I don't think it happens in your 40s. A little earlier than that. Why did the text get caught up at, okay, I don't know why the text got caught off there, but, here we go. Only shop at the Home Depot. As you guys know, I love the Home Depot. I don't know why, but I do. I love it. It's a great place. It has this atmosphere to it. There's just something breathtaking about it. It's like the difference between shopping at Walmart and Target. You know, Target has that atmosphere to it. Sure, you know, you wouldn't go there to shop for clothes or anything because the clothing is super expensive. How many people do you know who own clothing from Target, right? But Home Depot, it's breathtaking. It's amazing. Even if you don't know what you want there, you can still roam around. You can look at the plants they have for sale and be like, damn, this makes me want to start a project that I'm never going to finish. But I'm going to assure my wife that I'll finish it eventually. And I'll just randomly buy pieces for it right as she contemplates throwing the other shit that I bought away. So, you know, yeah. Home Depot doesn't exist in Britain? It doesn't? Really? Really? I mean, no, you don't buy clothes at Home Depot. I'm not saying that, right? But the Home Depot is great for projects. Los Probes, it's over. Yeah. You go to the Home Depot to get high on wood fumes. I mean, walking through the lumber area is pretty great. I will admit. It's pretty great. I kind of wonder what state has the most hardware stores in general. It's gotta be Texas, right? It's gotta be Texas. It's gotta be. Menards is best. I don't know if I've ever been to a Menards. Or if I have, it's been a long time. Insert hardware store name? Yes, any hardware store is fine. Lowe's is better? Why is Lowe's better? Where does this judgment come from? How are you sure about this? You think California has more than Texas? So, Tomoe, are these just your preferences on men, or is this entirely a joke? How long have you been in this stream for? I can't even tell if you're fucking with me or not! Ah! I'm the one judging Lowe's? Bro, it's not like that, I swear. California has the most? Somehow that makes that way worse. Like, I feel like Texas is the place where dudes are actually working on projects. I don't know much about California, except that a lot of the people there are apparently very rude. Lowe's is more like an upscale Home Depot. What has the better gardening section, though? Let's talk about this for a minute. Like, what has the better paint selection? What has the better drill bits, if you need a new drill bit? Where can you get bulk screws at, you know? How do you get the best deals? I'm curious. Texas L? No, bro, don't say that. Quality of the wood? How do you tell the quality of a wood? Like a fucking 2x4. How can you tell? It's not like when you're checking if fruit is ripe and you like tap it or something. It's, I don't know. I'm not good at making projects. I just really love the atmosphere of the place. But yes, Home Depot does have the better theme song. This is what this ties hand in hand with the other stream. The other slide earlier of just fix everything yourself. I know this one. Knots in the wood? Really? Is that it? Crooked? Do you like bring one of those leveling devices like with the bubble and you like put it on the thing and then you wait to see if it goes in the middle or not? 1 of 5, 6, 7, 8 is given 2 carrots to say the best deal is the stuff you steal. Santa's gonna fuck you up for that remark, bro. It's not gonna work. You're not allowed to steal anything. Check for warping. Smell it. Warping. Oh. It's actually impressive that a lot of you guys know this stuff. It's weirdly touching for some reason. It makes me really happy. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I love Home Depot a lot, but it's like projects in general are amazing. So yes, I'm proud of you guys. I'm very proud of you. Crush Knuckles is given 2 carrots to say first day with Tomoe at Home Depot gonna be lit. I mean, I actually would love to go to a Home Depot on a date, but this stream has literally nothing to do with my dating preferences or anything. It's not meant to be the focus of this. I really could not care less about that shit right now. I just want to talk about these things because they're fun. Chris, I'll give him 2 carrots to say Lowe's is like Walmart, Home Depot is like Target. You think so? Yeah, actually that's a pretty good comparison. Although apparently people are saying Lowe's is just straight up better, so I need to like go and visit various locations on a pilgrimage to assess the situation better. I want to build a birdhouse without instructions. That's gonna be my next project. Just reminds me, you can actually buy like lawn ornaments and fountains and stuff there too. It's a whole place. It's a whole thing. I didn't think it was ages since you've been to a Home Depot. I don't go off base much, so yeah. It kind of has been a while. Tomoe. Alright, this ties into that too. Behold! Something wonderful, something embedded into the instincts of every man. Nay, every human being in general. You have to slap these things when you're walking by them. Doesn't matter if you're at a grocery store. Doesn't matter if there's a bunch of people around you who are probably watching you. You see cement, you see flour, you see sugar, rice, dirt, anything. If it's flat, you have to slap it. I've said this before, but you have to. It's a masculine urge, and you have to do it. Especially when you're at stores like that, where you know that other men are like sizing you up. Like, is this person the real deal? Is he manly? And then they see you do that, and they just kind of give you like that head nod that apparently guys give each other when greeting other men. Just slapped it. Flat women too? I don't think you should do that. I think that is how you get into the contact sport of 911 being called. So, you know, well, manly, please don't do that. That's sexual harassment. Don't do that. That's the reason I slapped my ex? Well, shit. I can't be held accountable for that. Demonstrating manliness by slapping random stuff? No, it has to be like flat bags of stuff. I bring a bag of dirt with me to the gym specifically to slap it before a set, both for motivation as well as to intimidate the women in the gym. Yeah, that would do the trick. I would say that's enough. Slap the flat and get arrested? You're not gonna get arrested for it, bro. I'm just saying, like, this is a normal thing to do. This is a normal thing to do. Everybody does it. You don't even think about it. You don't really think about it till later and you're like, damn, I wish I had slapped it more. So, that's my advice there. I think this is fair advice. I don't think there's anybody in chat right now who can disagree with my opinion on this. If it's flat, it's fair game. That's the motto. What about flats like apartments? That's some British shit, isn't it? I don't know much about that. I don't think that works here. I'm talking about literal flatness, you know? It's different. It's a little bit different. I can't be slapped, but also if you try to slap me, I'd try to break your arm, so caution is advised. Caution is advised. Slapping concrete kind of breaks your hand. No, like dry concrete, like the concrete dust, like the type that would probably fuck up your lungs if you breathed it in. I would assume based off of the particles. I don't actually know what the composition of concrete is, but I would also advise against huffing concrete dust. That's probably not a good idea. Finally a broken arm. Never had one. I don't think that should be a goal. I think we should avoid injuries to the best of our abilities. Yes, concrete mix. That is my advice. How would I break your arm? I don't know. I think you just gotta like grab it and like twist it the wrong way, right? You know, just like you could lay it against something flat and then I think you're supposed to just like apply a lot of pressure, like a sharp twist. I don't know. I don't know how I'd do it. I'm not about to sit here and think about how I'd break your guys' arms though. I don't want to hurt you. This is supposed to be a stream about personal development and growth, not breaking bones. You broke your arm when you were 13? I hope it's better now. Oh yes, this too. I forgot about this. Who is this handsome chip? Who is this? Who are you? Oh, you. All right. So anyway, this is Father Tomoe here. A good father figure is also very important to being a good man. You know, even if it's not an actual dad, just having a guy you can look up to, like a pretty alright individual. Why not, right? Why not? So, yeah. Just like this guy here. This very dashing individual. Okay. Who was that more attractive person on the PowerPoint? I don't know. He's pretty alright though. He's pretty alright. Out buying milk right now. He's off on a journey. Do you assume we don't have fathers? It's not about whether or not you have a father, bro. It's about whether or not you have a man in your life you can look up to. Just because you have a dad doesn't mean you look up to him. Or so I've been told, you know, so I've heard is the case. But it goes that way with like both parents. Eventually, once you're old enough to realize that your parents are capable of making mistakes, sometimes you realize, I should probably look to different role models in life. Crash Knuckles is given too curious to say, what the hell do you mean? That's Daddy Tomoe. No, that's Father Tomoe. There's a difference, buddy. Simmer down there. There's a difference. Can't wait for him to come home from buying milk and cigarettes. He's probably like, he's visiting different locations trying to find the best milk and cigarettes out there. But they're only candy cigarettes because he cares about lung health and you guys should too. Is Father Tomoe single? I don't know. I think he's married to the grind set Whatever that means. All my parental figures are made of polygons? What does that mean? What does that mean? And then you get real scared? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's fine. Like I said, if you guys need a father figure, I'll be a father figure for you. What's my dad role model of choice? I'm not really sure what dads are supposed to teach daughters, so I'm not sure. I think I'm kind of just okay as I am. But like, in terms of like, just, I don't know. I've heard from like my dude friends at least that like having a good father figure helps you learn how to like treat women respectfully and shit, or like do just random life skills and how to fix things and how to barbecue and yeah, stuff like that. I've never been a dad before, so I'm not sure. If Tomoe needs a new step-parent, that can be arranged. I don't need anything, bro. I'm also a grown woman. What the fuck are you talking about? Just be a toxic masculinity dad? No, you're supposed to support your child and help them become a better man. It's supposed to be better. Don't be emotionally distant. Don't be the dad that never praises their child and helps them grow from their small accomplishments, but also makes them realize that they should aspire to do better in life. Nothing comes close to having a good dad. If you didn't have one, make sure you can be one. That's good advice right there. You should always want more for your offspring. Like, even if you didn't necessarily have the best childhood yourself, you should learn from that and like think about what you would have wanted growing up, what would have helped you develop to be a good person, or a better person rather, and then like pass that down to your own children and try to help them have a better life. I think that's all we all really want as parents, right? Although I guess if you like accidentally have a kid, maybe you're not ready at that point, and then maybe shit can go wrong sometimes, but you should still do everything you can to help them. Why support the kid when you can make them realize that you were an accident and you are the least loved out of all of them? To be fair, I think a lot of kids are accidents. So I know that it sucks, but like you should try and make the most of things. Yeah, should try to make the most of things. I don't think it's a bad thing. That's all. Be the father you wish you had. Exactly. That is my advice in a nutshell right now. I can't be a good father, but I also don't have kids, and I'm also not a guy. So, you know. That's just how it is. Toughest love. Hold on. Well, this PowerPoint's pretty much over, but I don't know how much you guys actually learned from that, or if you have any of your own advice you'd like to pass on, because if you do, I'd love to hear it. Because like I said, I'm a woman, and all of this shit I learned is from people telling me their experiences, things that I studied over time, observations, the likes, but I'm not a guy. I'm not held to guy standards. Although I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird. Your brain is now wrinkled. Do you feel like you've learned from this? Have you gained wisdom? There are plenty of kids at the local orphanage if you want some for free. I don't think I'm in a position in life where I could really be a parent, you know? Like, and I wouldn't want to do that before I'm financially ready to support another life form. That's like a whole little dude, you know? It's like a whole little person. You gotta be ready to take care of them and give them the best life possible. You don't want to half-ass that. That's a big deal. Even if nowadays people forget how big of a deal that is, that's a fucking huge deal. So you want to do it right and make sure that you're at least as prepared as you can be. Because I don't think anyone's ever fully prepared necessarily for it. If you've never done it before, it's hard to be, but you know. Yeah. I am indeed a tomboy. That is true. Hide them. I can't hide them on base, god damn it. I'm not ready to have a dependent. Didn't I buy a billboard? That doesn't mean I'm financially ready. Do you know how expensive kids are, bro? Let me try having a pet first. to make sure I can take care of another life form. Let me start with like a fucking goldfish and not kill it. We'll get there. We'll get there. Just give your kid an iPad and let them raise themselves. You know what? That's horrible advice, but I guess nowadays that is something that happens. Only let them listen to like British shows and then they develop a British accent and then you feel like you failed as a parent. You could do that too. That only applies in America, by the way. I'm not saying if your kid has a British accent, you're wrong. Because if you live in like the UK, right, that makes sense. But like, you know, like in America, probably doesn't make much sense. So I'm you know, I'm just saying. Norad is given 1.99 carats to say your advice was pretty solid from my point of view. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Terrible advice? What? No way. Not me. If you adopt, do you get BAH? Yeah, I think you do, because it's like you have a dependent then. I'm pretty sure it still works. Yeah. Well, fish aren't that complicated to take care of. Your mere existence makes me aspire to be a better man, so I can be with people like you. I appreciate it. I'm here to try and help you guys to the best of my ability. I wish I could give like better advice on this, but this is the best I can do as I am now. Maybe later I'll be more prepared. Just remember again, this is all like my personal opinion. It's not like if you don't follow all of this stupid ass advice, then you're not a guy. Cause like ultimately, I think the root of being a good dude is just like, shit, I don't know. Like I said, this is so layered. It's so layered. There's no like one magic line to it. It's very socially intricate, but I guess being reliable and wanting to do good and it's so complicated. My word is not law. You define what being a man is. I can't define what being a man is because I don't understand it perfectly. But if you like take all of the random bits of advice I gave throughout the stream, then probably, yeah, it's being a good dude. Just be a good dude. Just fucking be a good dude and you'll be okay. Once you're there, you're there, you know? Once you're 18, you're a man. No, the fuck you're not. Because it's not just about age, bro. Some people don't learn how to fucking be a man until they're like in their 30s. And you'll see it in people. You'll see it in people who had to grow up faster and take on more responsibility. Because that's another thing, is being reliable, being able to handle things, knowing how to manage things. Just stuff like that. Stuff like that is also how you be a good dude. So, you know. People will hate you and put you down, but they aren't the ones who matter. Stop giving a damn what they think or might do and surround yourself with people who value you. That is also good advice. You are not able to please everyone, so do not try. In fact, even with this stream, I probably pissed off a couple of people who either took this too seriously or like, how dare that woman give advice to men? How dare she? But it's really not that deep. It really isn't that deep. Great power comes with great responsibility. There's some people who are like, I never want to grow up. I don't want to grow up. There's too much that goes into it. But like, it's kind of a beautiful thing because you get more freedom, right? And for better or for worse, you know, that can be hard, managing freedom that you've never had before. And of course you're going to make a lot of mistakes, but then eventually once you learn and once you get that right, then it's nice. Because I'm sure you guys had things you wanted to do when you were younger that you weren't able to because your family said, no, fuck that, right? But then you're an adult and like you can actually do whatever you want. So you learn responsibilities, you learn how to prioritize things, you learn how to make sacrifices and stuff like that. And I think that's really important as well. It's also okay to be immature in some aspects, you know? Like being an adult isn't it doesn't have to be like you have to give up on everything that's considered childlike, because at the end of the day, I don't really think that's a bad thing, you know, having interests that you really loved as a kid and just like holding them close to you, a special place in your heart forever type of thing. But just make sure you handle your responsibilities as well and that you at least do your best, you know? Mercenary 56 has joined the UmARmy as a horse private second class. Welcome to the UmARmy. PT starts at 0600. What do you mean, but why? But why what? Paying taxes is debatable, manly. It's a social obligation, so I suppose you could look at it that way. Just pay your bills and don't end up on the street and figure out everything else along the way, yes. Don't make being an adult feel like a job, have some fun. Yeah. Sitting next to a stuffed animal, and I'm at work, I'm always going to be a child, adult. I don't really think that's... No, I wouldn't say that's very childish. I mean, it's kind of is what it is, you know? A lot of the shit that people say is immature, it's like a matter of personal perspective. Just like when people say you're wasting your money or your time on something, and then they turn around and do something that you consider to be much more heinous in that regard. It's like you go out to buy some new power tools and they're like, why the fuck would you buy those? You don't need them. And then they turn around and spend like 1,000 on a fucking gacha game to try and roll some bitch and they don't even get her. It's like, okay, so you're telling me I wasted my money and then you do that. So you would say that they wasted their money, right? So it's a matter of perspective. So if people are being super critical of your decisions, then I mean, sometimes there's some validity in that, but like at the same time, who fucking cares? It's your own life, right? I don't know. That's just how I see it. Don't take things too personal. Don't take all criticism to heart, bro. I love power tools too. I do. Everyone is dumb in their own way. Alright, I think that's everything though. I don't really have anything else to add. That's about all of my wisdom on the matter. It's got a lot deeper than I intended for it to, but I also think it was pretty fun. That's about it. If you guys don't have anything else to add, I think we can end it there. All men have thought about building something from scratch with power tools. That sounds like a fun ass time to me, dude. I respect that. Nice call. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here before I start, you know, like losing my wisdom. Like before you guys realize that I'm just kind of winging this. I'm glad you guys had fun though. I was worried about how this was gonna go, but if you guys had fun, then shit, it was worth it. Well, you don't have to take notes on it. It's fine, bro. It's fine. Thank you for bearing with me as I fumble around. This is a very unfamiliar subject, personally at least, so it's like a lot of it's my personal speculation and opinion. But I think you guys are doing fine as you are. Even if no one else has told you that, I want you to know, here's the important thing. If you are genuinely doing your best in your current situation, things might be hard right now, right? You might be struggling with some shit. But if you have a will, like a desire to get better, then just start on it. Start working on it. Don't make arbitrary starting points for that. Don't say like, oh, once the new year rolls around, I'm going to start doing this. If you want to improve yourself, you shouldn't have to have things like that. You can start whenever you want, right? So just think about it like that. And if you're doing your best, then you're probably on the right path to being a good man if you're not already one. So that's all I got. Take care, everyone, though. Don't overwork yourselves and be sure to take it easy. That's all my wisdom for now. Slow progress is still progress. Just do your best and everything will be okay. I'll see you all later, though. Have a good rest of your night and take care. Horse lady, out for now.